Hola y buenos días de Oaxaca. This is Ayanna Mojica, Wisdom Medicine Woman. Let's talk about the goddess today. Let's talk about the feminine expression of the divine. I've been understanding, knowing, experiencing, sharing, teaching about the goddess since the year 2000, which makes it about 22 years. That happened after a crisis in my life when I was deeply in the church and experienced a betrayal, an abandonment, and a divorce. But here you go, the goddess. I was raised in the Catholic Christian experience, like many of you. And if I had known, if I had been taught about the goddess from the beginning, that there is a God and a goddess, my whole life would have been totally different. Most of us, many of us in the Western world, and especially in Spanish cultures, have been taught only about God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. What would your life be like? What would my life be like if we have been taught about the Father, the Son, and the Goddess, all three of who are expressions of the Holy Spirit? What if every place in the Bible where they were talking about God and He and the Lord, what if those scriptures and experiences, those stories had inserted the goddess? What if we have been taught that the Shekinah glory is really the goddess? That the great Sophia, the wisdom talked about in the Bible, if we were taught that Sophia, that expression was really the goddess, the feminine expression of God, I know my life would have been totally different, because when we see ourselves in these holy scriptures, we have more confidence, a surety of who we are in the world. What if the men, the boys, the little girls, the women, what if you were taught that all through the Bible, all through the Holy Scriptures, all through the Old Testament, all through every word in the Bible, what if every sermon, every Bible school, every Bible study had inserted the goddess in all of her wisdom, power, and wealth? What would our society be like? We wouldn't be talking about a patriarchal society. We would be talking about a society that's balanced and uniform and being able to draw on the expressions of the holy ones, the expressions of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. What if we had that type of experience? I remember the first time I was introduced to the even possibility that there was a goddess. And I'm talking about a goddess, I'm not talking about, because we knew the goddess Venus, we knew about the goddess, the goddesses in the Bible who were unsubmitted and they were pagan, they were horrible, But we didn't know about the holy expression of the divine being in feminine form. So let's talk about the goddess. I was introduced to the goddess because in my church, because I'm actually an ordained minister in a very traditional church, which is an oxymoron, but that's my truth. I'm an ordained minister, and I was raised in the Catholic Church. I have a whole mixture of the Catholic Church, the Christian Church, Espiritismo, Santeria, herbalism, but a strong influence with the teachings that were very masculine oriented. And in 2000, I was introduced to the possibility that there was a goddess. And I had gone through a great crisis, like many of us have done. And at that time, I was an ordained minister in full-time ministry and leadership. And I was being told that I was unsubmitted, I was a Jezebel, and I'm a seer, so I could see everything everybody was doing, what all the pastors were doing, and what was going on with the money, and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of nonsense, telling women to, bow down, be submitted. And when I went through this crisis, and the crisis actually happened in the church abandoned me, the church rejected me, and I'm not going to go into why at this time. But when that happened, I said, I just challenged God. I refused to read the Bible. I refused to go to church anymore. And I said, God, you're going to have to show me what's real here. What's the truth? You have to show me. And I went through some very deep healing and just spending time with God. I am that I am. And I was introduced to the goddess. So I've been knowing the goddess, the feminine expression of God, for 22 years. Our society is pretty out of balance because, the goddess isn't respected. So I want to just share a little bit from my journal today. Honor her, and the Holy She will bless you. Honor her, and the Holy She will bless you. All blessings come from the Great Mother. If you are at odds with the feminine, if you're at odds with the women in your life, you are at odds with yourself. Make amends and give gifts and offerings where needed. And this is part of my journal to my audience. And it's not directed at men only. This is men and women who are at odds with the feminine, who dishonor the Holy She, women who come against women. In fact, when I was in the church, my greatest detractors, my greatest critics, where I received the most insults, gossip and backbiting wasn't from the men. The men were telling me to submit, but it was the women. How dare I be in leadership? How dare I express the divine through my dance? How dare I show any kind of leadership? How dare I be beautiful? How dare I wear, things that bring me joy? How dare I even have my hair out or show shoulders? How dare I get up on the podium and share my personal love for God with the public? Honor her, and the Holy She will bless you. So women, honor her. Honor the feminine in you, honor the goddess in you, honor the goddess in another. And men, honor the feminine, honor the goddess. Honor, because when we're out of sorts with the feminine, when we're out of sorts with the goddess, it's messed up. When we honor her, when we acknowledge the goddess, the Holy She blesses you. The Great Mother is the one who gives all. And how dare us be out of alignment, disrespect, dishonor the Holy She, the Great Mother, the feminine. So let's talk about the goddess. The goddess who brings prosperity, the goddess who has wisdom, the goddess who brings abundance, the goddess who brings the harvest, the goddess who gives life, the goddess in all her expressions in the world. I bless you today. This is Ayanna Mojica, wisdom medicine woman. And I want you to really, really think about how you are honoring or dishonoring the goddess, dishonoring or honoring the feminine expression of the divine, because when we do dishonor the feminine expression of the divine, you dishonor yourself. And then you're at odds and you're just out of alignment. And we want to be in alignment. We want to receive the holy blessings of the divine in totality, the feminine aspects of the divine and the masculine expressions of the divine, the Holy She and the Holy He. Bowing out today, I bless you today. I invite you to continue to share and comment and post whatever comes to your mind on this topic. I bless you. I bless you and I bless you. Honor the goddess. Honor the Holy She. And she will honor and bless you. Ciao.